Ladies and gentlemen, there's only one name I have to put out there for you to have horror in your hearts. And that's Hind Rajab, a 6-year-old girl who was in the car with her relatives. The machine gun bullets ripped through the car, fired by the Israelis, killing her family, leaving her and her 15-year-old relative cousin alive but wounded. They picked up the phone and they called for help. Within minutes, the machine guns opened up again and killed her 15-year-old cousin, leaving a 6-year-old girl alone with dead relatives on the phone, begging for help, pleading for help, crying for help. They tried to send help. They sent 2 paramedics, very brave men, who went out there from the Red Crescent Society. They cleared the path. They got approval from the Israelis to go there and rescue this 6-year-old girl. They got within sight, 50 meters away. They said, "We see her. We see the car." They got out of the ambulance, and they were immediately gunned down by the Israelis, murdered. Their crime, trying to rescue a 6-year-old girl. She's on the phone begging for help. "Please help me. Please come to me." A 6-year-old girl pleading for help. And what did the Israelis do? "The tanks are coming closer," she said. "I'm afraid. The tanks are coming closer." The lady on the other end had her pray, had her recite verses from the Quran. And then the machine guns opened up for a last time. And they murdered Hind Rajab. All you need is one name. And yet I can give you 40,000 to 190,000 names of Palestinian civilians who have been murdered in Gaza by the Israelis. Their crime, wanting to have a homeland, wanting the same thing we want, a place we can call our own, a place we say, "This is my home. This is where I will raise my family. This is where future generations will learn to live in peace with their neighbors." But no, the Israelis don't want to live in peace. The Israelis dream of something. And when I say Israelis, I'm speaking of Zionists, people. I'm not speaking of Jews. I'm speaking of Zionists. The Jewish faith is a faith of God. We are not here to speak ill of the Jewish faith. We're not here to speak ill of any religion. We're here to speak ill of the murder in the hearts of those who will steal the land of others so that they can prosper while suppressing the ambitions, the desires, the hopes and dreams of millions of people who are innocent. They're only guilty of one thing: being born in a concentration camp, an open-air concentration camp. That's it. That's all they're guilty of.